Welcome back one and all, my name's Eltimar, and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2. Where we left off last time, we had just finished the gem mines. There was a recording problem between last video and this one. I've actually already done the Temple of Seasons. I'm just going to go through and read the stories. It's not a very difficult place. It's really short. There's only 4 events inside of it. None of them really required talking. And we already have the ritual purification for it, so I'll show you this place. So there's the Cloaked Bard statue. There's an inscription here in ancient Elven script. It says, "The Temple of Seasons is dedicated to the veneration of Elithin, Vigar, Bluecloak, and Belarin, 4 knighted heroes of the United Kingdoms of Illifarn. They gave their lives so that their kin might live in peace and accord. Across our lands we honor each in turn at the heart of their seasons. Within these halls we honor them forever." There's a separate, slightly more recent inscription below. Read it. "In this, the 110th year of the Guardian, this temple underwent renovation to house and protect a statue of purification. As the 4 knights long ago guarded the last hopes in life, they do so once more in death. The last inscription is signed Aeneas. If you may recall, Aeneas was a spirit that we met in the gem cave. The Book of Winter says, Vigar of Stonehearth was the lone dwarven hero of the Knights of the Seasons. In the company's most difficult battles, he was the last to leave the field. In the final struggle against the great evil, Vigar was the last to fall, enduring an onslaught of blows before finally succumbing. In his sacrifice, he bought time for all the citizens of Ilfarn. After you finish that, a bunch of winter wolves and ice methods will spawn. It's an endurance fight, so just kill them all. They will all eventually fall. This is actually the statue room. We're going to come here later. After you finish that event, this door will open to the right. And we'll be going into the spring season, which is a lovely little room. It has sylphs in it who cast a lot of magic missiles, some chain lightning type spells and stuff like that. Orphaned at birth, the hero known as Bluecloak took his name from the mantle he inherited from his musical master. Skilled in song and spellcraft, and an irrepressible optimism, he was the group's voice of hope and inspiration as the armies of Ilfarn were routed in the night's battle against the great evil. It was Bluecloak's music that gave them the courage to stand their ground once more." And that's it. So you fight like a bunch of sylphs in here. Or sylphs? Sylphs. I think they're sylphs. They're pretty easy. It's a pretty easy fight. The only thing to watch in that fight is the first initial barrage of magic missiles, and there are an absolute ton of them. Oh, I forgot remains. Iron Golem fragments. This is the summer challenge. First into battle, first to fall. So it was with Elithin Rosewarder, the youngest of the heroes. His thin blade was the first weapon to draw blood in the battle against the great evil. His wounds so enraged the enemy generals that they focused all of their strength upon him. It is said that even as he lay dying on the battlefield, he would stab at the feet of enemies running by. Dude's an ankle biter in death. And finally we move on to the fall or autumn season, depending where you live and what you call it. Technically it's called autumn. Belarin the Fair was the experienced leader of the 4 knights. After Elithin and Bluecloak perished against the great evil, Belarin directed Vigar to defend the citizens of Arvon as they crossed the Aelwyn River. Belarin led the remainder of her small army into the heart of the enemy legion. She slew the great commander of their black host before she fell. And that's it. Once you complete that, this door will open. You will get your blessing here. It's a cleansing beam, and then there was 4 chests. They didn't have a whole lot in them. I'll show you the items they had in them because you should know. We got a Laryl's spell shield, which is just a +1 shield with spell resistance. We also got a belt of guiding light. It protects against death magic, and we get low light vision of blue. Sentinel is a +2 battle axe with light of whiteness and listen and spot, and also true seeing 1 use per day. And the last thing we got was a ceremonial Uthgard belt, which is death magic, disease, and fort save +5. I actually think we got a cloak too. Yes, we did. Cloak of Etherealness. We can use Ethereal Jaunt once per day, which is a spell. It's sort of like Dimension Door, kind of, I think, if I can recall correctly. I may be wrong on that one. So my legs are like really cold. Time to put a blanket on them. Alright, so we're going to be moving off to the next area now. So I just wanted to show you guys that. It was just an unfortunate situation. Mostly my fault on that one though. That didn't record the first part properly. I fixed it though. A little bit too late, but we're gonna head up this little tiny incline. It is conveniently placed to lead us straight to the song portal. The song portal opens up as soon as you finish all of the other 4 statues. You can see it's glowing there, and we're gonna head on through. Here we go.
What is this place? It looks like a ruined village, but
It's West Harbor, what's left of it anyway.
Know that these are not the Ilfarn ruins we seek. Is this your birth village?
It doesn't matter, let's move.
this was your home? I didn't realize you were from a mare village. Must have been a tough childhood.
Know that this was not our intended destination. Something is wrong. We are close to where we were meant to be. Are there any ancient Ilfarn structures near your birth village? If so, that is where we must go.
There's one nearby in the swamp. It's where we found the first shard.
Then that is our true destination. Yet only something of great power could have turned away our arrival from the ruins, even if they are close by.
Something more powerful than teleporting around? Great.
We should be on our guard. It is possible that whatever caused this disruption is still present. Such disruption may be due to our enemies seeking us. Or, do you hear something? It is like the sound of a child wailing.
I don't hear anything.
I don't either.
I definitely don't hear anything. Must be something else you're hearing, or whatever it is you Gith do.
It is like a vibration in the air, coming from somewhere nearby. You should lead. You have the knowing of this place more than I. Let us see where our path takes us. But no matter what, we must make our way to the ruins you spoke of.
Okay, so we are here. There's, corpses. It happens. Can't loot them. Webb, Militiaman, Georg. They're all dead. Let's go across this bridge. There's corpses over there as well, so we should go take a look at what's going on with them.
Not exactly a happy homecoming festival, huh? Sorry. I saw the look on your face when I arrived.
I wish I had been here to defend it.
I didn't realize you'd come from a village like this. I thought life on a farm was tough, but the stories I'd heard about villages bordering the mare, I guess I never really thought about where you came from. Not really. I thought heroes, started in great sweeping castles. Not like this.
Growing up here was probably a lot like growing up on a farm. You yourself might be bound for greatness one day.
I suppose so, but I doubt it. Don't let it go to your head or anything, but you'd be a tough pair of boots to fit into.
Let's keep exploring and see if there's anything else to be found. We got an influence point with her. We actually have to be a little bit nicer to people. We want them to stick around eventually. You can actually lose group members at certain points of the game, if you're not careful. Much like Baldur's Gate 2, and Neverwinter Nights. Well, Neverwinter Nights people wouldn't really go missing, but because you didn't really have a group back then. That was our stepfather's house. Definitely a burnt out shell now. So let's go back across the bridge. We'll check around up there especially. Just take a look. See what's all around this area other than corpses, of course, because there are many, many corpses. Brother Maring is dead. Let's quick save. I think this is the end of the road for up here, yep. Rita Starling is also dead. Or Retta Starling, I guess I should say, probably. Not seeing any babies here. That's to the swamp.
This is where the sound is coming from. The wailing of the child is strong here. What is this place?
It's always been a scar on the ground. No grass ever grew over it.
There is a familiar sensation about it. It's not the sound. The vibration is in the air around it, almost metallic. It is powerful, very powerful. This place is a sacred place. Know that when we know more, we should return.
Okay. Well, everyone else is dead, so let's move on to the swamp. Alright. So we're going to make our way all the way over there. 1 second. Alright, and we are on our way. Every time I hit plus or minus to start and stop recording, it tries to use the quick items in those spots, namely the healer's kit +1 or the bag of worm sage. I should probably just clear those out, actually. A gauntlet of unidentified and a malachite. Not super exciting. I mean, we could clear out some room. We never use mirror image because our arcane failure rate is like 35% now or something. Our dragon breath we don't use nearly enough though. Actually gonna go like that. Okay. We're gonna fill those up with some other abilities later on. Namely the abilities we get from the Statues of Purification, because they're actually kind of good. Even though they last very small amounts of time, they're very useful. Okay. No more corpses or chests that I can see yet. And we're close to the ruins, very close. There's also this little hut here. Well, these are the ruins. That's the ruins we went to the first time, I think. But we're going this way. That's the chest we went past. And we're almost there. Oh no, this is the ruins here. That's right. That's sort of like an outcropping building over there. Still looks like it's in pretty good shape for ancient ruins. There's no... Oh, there's a couple of pieces falling off. The entrance, it's not sealed. I'm guessing it's supposed to be closed. It is not known to me. I do not think it possible that the seals could have been undone by the warlock, no matter what strength of will. So we should go find out.
Oh, gods. What is that?
It is a thrall of the King of Shadows, a Shadow Reaver. And there, behind it, is the Statue of Purification.
It blew its head right off.
You have come far for nothing. The statue's power is spent. Another has taken it, but it will not stop us.
Another has undergone the ritual of purification? You speak lies.
But it does not matter. The thief has not completed the rest of the ritual, the parts you bear. Once you are slain and the other statues cast down, none shall stand against us.
Then as long as the other one who completed the ritual lives, we have a chance. All we have to do is defeat you.
Ah, Gith, Zerai, you cannot stop me. Why the Illithids use your people as slaves is beyond me. It was a waste to you both.
And why the King of Shadows would use you for a similar purpose is not known to me. But the fact that you cannot break his grip tells of your weakness.
Weakness? My power is more than enough to defeat you. More than enough to bring these ruins down upon you. Even if you should wound me, I shall reform within the Vale of Merdelaine, as strong as before. I cannot be stopped.
Okay, Reaper. Oh, so you put this immortality of yours to the test?
If you seek to shield yourself in your
we tried.
words, then I shall show you how frail such armor is.
Know that speaking words does not make them truth. Prove it, thrall.
Why is half my group looking at the wall? We're going right in. Actually, we should take on the priests. You guys got that? Oh god, we're all hurt. It'll be fine. Everything's gonna be just fine, guys. Cora's already dead. Actually, we are just fine. That was actually really easy.
We have only driven it off. It will return, as it said, and there will be more.
If the statue has been destroyed, we can't complete the ritual. Actually, there must be a way to remake the statue. Restore it?
No, but we do not need to. No, we must find the one the Reaver spoke of. The one who completed the ritual. We will need their aid to defeat the King of Shadows.
But that could be anyone. We don't even know who that is. I can't believe we came all this way for nothing.
Nothing. Know that we have completed 4 parts of the ritual. We have learned another holds the 5th. And most importantly, we know that our enemy fears our plans.
I know. I just feel like we should do something.
Know that this road is at an end, but time may have opened other roads to us. There is hope. You must believe it. Know that we have 2 weapons against the King of Shadows. The ritual in all its parts, and a fully forged sword of the Githyanki. We will need the sword no matter what transpires. Let us pursue that path, and perhaps the second path shall be revealed to us.
So how do we get the sword?
Amanjero knew much of the Githyanki silver swords. Finding his haven and recovering the knowledge of those swords is the only step we may take on this path now. We should return to Crossroad Keep, to the lore keeper who was imprisoned there with me, Aldenon.
Oh, that's going to be a big help.
He knows much of Neverwinter, and he may know more than we of where to find some trace of Amanjero.
Interesting. Okay, we'll do that. First of all, we need to loot things like a hearth shield and a remembrance something. Shadow residue. Robes of the Shining Hand +4 and Ichthia's neck knife and an amulet. And the amulet is unknown. We don't have the lore to identify it. Oh, it's electrical resistance. Okay. So it's not super exciting. And the last thing is another remembrance. What is a remembrance? It is a quarterstaff +2 or +3 with +2 armor and 10 spell resistance. So not bad. The neck knife is an enhancement +2 vampiric regeneration +3 short sword.
Something you
It's
want?
not awesome, but it's not terrible either. Also, we got her 2-weapon fighting.
Follow me, everyone.
Let's
Grab
take a look.
everybody and let's head out.
What are her other swords, though? Oh, that's the short sword of quickness. Okay. So 24, 19, whatever. That's actually not bad. She doesn't go down by too much, and we have an extra attack. There we go. She's now our dual-wielding person. That's pretty cool. Let's get out of here. There's nothing else in here, I don't think. There's a song portal. That would have helped us if we could have just gone straight to here. We're back. Also, we should rest. There's nothing else for us to do in this area, so we should probably leave. Unfortunately, we cannot do the ritual ourselves now. We need the other person. I vaguely remember who it is. But until then, let's just go talk to Aldenon. See what that old man has to say. Other than a lot of babbling, which I'm sure is going to happen. Ooh, some remains we missed. And they are... oh, just gold. Boring. We'll head back to our keep. We'll see if anything has been changed in terms of if we need to buy more upgrades. We'll talk to Aldenon, and then we'll be good to go, I think. Crossroad Keep. Let's just go with Wolf's Minion. Walking into the keep sounds like a waste of time. Okay. Random worker. You're not very useful for what I want to do right now. Master Beetle, have you completed anything since I've been gone? I hope so. The construction is complete, Captain. I'm eager to hear what you want us to do next. I want to rebuild something, of course. I want to repair the buildings in the courtyard. There are 2 buildings which would be ideal for merchants. One can be a smithy, one can be... Oh, sorry, one that an armor and blacksmith could share. The other could be goods, like magical items and stuff. Build the smithy. Do it. Shouldn't take long. Can we just... Oh, you ran off. Oh, maybe if we, like, leave and then come back, he'll be just back and then we can continue upgrading. I would like a blacksmith, because then we could get some cool weapons and armor, hopefully. And then we'll get the magic shop as well. No, 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 no. You're here. Why can't I just transport to here? Anyways, not important. Where's Aldenon? If I was an ancient sage of questionable abilities, where would I be? Right there. There he is.
Ah, welcome back. I remember you. Well, I think I do. You were the one with the shards, I hope. Yes, I am so pleased you let me visit. The last time I was here, I wasn't able to examine much to the keep or the library. Quite a shame.
I came in search of the secret retreat of that court wizard you mentioned, Jero.
Oh, that is unfortunate. I occasionally return to that side project when I have time, but to be honest, it's a difficult stone to crack. I mean, it's one thing to know about a place and quite another to find it. The distinction is subtle, but there.
What do you need to find it?
Let's see. You have explored the Ilfon ruins, undergone the ritual of purification, and traveled to Old Owl Well. Although I seem to recall something regarding getting several vials of dragon's blood, and of course some lich dust, then there's the 3 keys: bronze, silver, and red platinum. The red platinum one might need to be reforged. I think one of the pieces is an arm. Or was it the Underdark?
Master Aldenon, here is the map with the position marked, as you requested.
What map? What position?
My question exactly. What is this nonsense? I didn't ask for any map. Can't you see we're having an important discussion here?
Master Aldenon, you requested I chart a possible location for you, based on the information you provided. I had the master cartographer and several assistants cross-checking the records, and you were correct. This location cannot be scryed, and it bears the telltale arcane marks you indicated would be there.
So? Marks of what? Specifics, please, or I'll get the gardener to handle my errands from now on.
Master Aldenon, you did not say what this place was, only what to look for. As you have said, it is one thing to find a place, and quite another thing to know about it at all.
So all that questing for keys and lich dust you mentioned wasn't true?
It seems so. What a relief. Though I could have used some dragon blood and some lich dust, and there's no way I'd go hunting for reagents like that. No thank you. But yes, I seem to recall asking for this. Well done, Aldenon, I say. Which I do. Good for me. Wouldn't you agree?
Give me that map, I'll go find it.
Sure looks buried deep within the mountains.
Oh, well, I'm not certain it's there, but if I were to guess where one would place a labyrinth of death traps, well, mountains are always a good source of stone. Labyrinths need walls, you know, and stone walls seem to be favored.
Great. Can we go now? My ancestors' death-filled labyrinth awaits, apparently.
Master Aldenon, there was more to the map, and what the diviners found. Even with the wards,
The concentration of infernal magics there.
Oh, trust me, demons shouldn't pose any problems, especially for a well-trained, armed, spirited group like that. Now, if you had told me that those men at Crossroad Keep had completed that terrible ritual of shadows, then I would be concerned.
Oh dear. Okay. Aldenon, you are the worst. But we're almost done our video. I'm just going to check outside to see if our person is back so we can just... Oh, okay.
Metallurgy, thaumaturgy, yes, you heard me. Building a golem, I hope, will serve thee. No, that rhyme doesn't quite work, does it? Maybe if I use alchemy...
Either way, it won't work. That construct you're messing with, Gnome, it's dangerous.
Ah, this is in safe hands, Sir Bishop. Gnome hands, as it were, being my name.
How reassuring. I'll be sure to remind myself who's to blame when it turns on us.
Oh, there is little fear of that, I think. Any accomplished craftsman takes care to put safety wards so that they might command their own creation.
That's as comforting as leaving the village idiot in charge of a trebuchet.
Oh, come now. That's hardly a proper analogy. It's more like leaving the village idiot in charge of a huge savage, nearly unstoppable wolf, who can only understand simple commands like kill, or stop killing, or, oh no, put both halves of that man down this instant. But really, this blade golem is such a gentle, unassuming creature. It would never do something so horrible, would you? Construct? Would you?
So what you're saying is if you're killed, we have no way of shutting this thing down.
Oh, no. The words of command aren't cued to my voice. Only the words matter. Much like one would utter when using a wand, staff, or other device. Anyone can use them. It's only a matter of knowing what they are. I imagine that's how the construct was issued its orders from its awful masters.
Hate to have that happen again, provided they don't already have the backup wards already in place. That's what I would do.
You really think they might?
It always pays to have a second who knows the commands, Gnome. Especially if there's any chance the creator could be killed or wiped out. Otherwise, you're leaving yourself vulnerable.
I hadn't considered that. But what if I was harmed, unconscious, or, my word, even killed? Why, the consequences could prove disastrous.
They could. But you could always take precautions, provided you knew someone you could trust.
Don't trust Bishop. Of the people in this game to trust, he is not one of them. Oh, Master Vito's back. Let's build another thing. Construction complete. Rebuild something. Let's build the merchant shop. We're going to the blacksmith. That's the inn. If I were a lovely little blacksmith, where would I be? Church? In Smithy. It's right beside us. That makes sense. That definitely looks like a smithy. Where's the way in? It doesn't have any doors that are open. How do I get into my smithy? This is not okay. Alright then. We're not allowed in our smithy for now, I guess. Or something. That'll be pretty much the end of the video anyways. I'm going to travel out and travel back in and see if our smithy is open for business and do a bunch of selling and stuff. So, that's going to be it for now. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful evening.